Yes. Radar IMT, Mason City.
Okie dokie now. Are we sure this is straight?
It's straight. What do you think? I think maybe it's a little high. Oh, you're both wrong. Yeah,
I think maybe it's a little high on the right. Oh, no. Now we're going to resolve this and split the difference. You take Nancy's word for it. This is straight.
It's straight. We're only giving you a hard
Okay.
time, that's all. All right, now nobody makes a can.
Hi, Lisa. Come on in.
I'm sorry I'm late, but I had to wait for the cooks to get through with the food. It's out there in the car.
Okay, I'll get it.
Hi, thank
Tell me
you.
what's up with Julie. Now,
She
don't
went.
you start.
She left me a note saying that, so I left her a note saying, please get in touch with us here as soon as she got back, okay?
Julie, I think you have an excellent case if we move before the adoption is finalized. But there's no way I can proceed if you don't give me the names of all the parties involved.
I'm just not sure I can give you that information.
And there isn't a damn thing I can do.
Well, there's one thing you don't know. The real father, he doesn't even know he's got a son. He's happily married, and I'm very fond of his wife. I'm just afraid that if the truth were to get out, it would destroy their marriage.
Darling, I am so glad that you're back.
Oh. Well, me too. Did you know that I was going to be here?
Well, my pilot called me from Chicago and you went through customs, and voila, here I am. Although I'm surprised Daryl's here.
Well, I was out here I had to make some arrangements for my pilot. I ran into Barbara. I was telling her all about a party that Tom and Margot are having for little Casey. It's his birthday. I offered to give her a ride home.
Well, that's very nice of you. I don't suppose it's necessary now, though, is it?
I guess not. I'm going to go talk to my pilot.
Small world, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
But look at you. Look at you. I forgot how beautiful you are.
Well, I've only been gone a couple of days.
Well, a few days, that's long enough to remind me how much I love you and need you. Hey, what's the matter?
I'm cold.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's stupid of me to keep you out here. Come on, let's go. My car's ready. Hey, Barbara.
What?
Why aren't you wearing the ring that I got you?
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Chef Boyardee. Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee.
So their mom says, be sure the kids get a good lunch. I mean, is she kidding? Babysitters do not cook. But the kids stay calm. They just want Chef Boyardee. You know, like spaghetti and meatballs? No problem. But is this a good lunch? Let's check out the label. 95% fat-free, no preservatives. I mean, it's got good lunch written all over it. So, hey, I relax, the kids eat it up. You know, this babysitting isn't so tough. Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee.
How fast does Ambisol start to relieve toothache pain? Before you can say,
Ambisol.
canker sore pain? Before you can say,
Ambisol.
relieve minor mouth pain on contact with Ambisol in regular or maximum strength.
Legend says dangling your feet in the lake at Dunlow keeps you feeling fresh and clean the rest of your days. There's a bit of this in every bar of Irish Spring. Ah, the lost and fresh scent of Irish Spring. The Irish never quit.
Chocolate is scrumptious when it's crunchy. That's why I love Nestle Crunch. Gotta have it. It's so scrumptious. Love that chocolate when it crunches. Crunches. Chocolate is scrumptious when it's crunchy. That's why I love Nestle Crunch. Crunches.
And now Nestle Crunch is 10% bigger, so it's even more scrumptious.
But as much as I want my little boy back, I just can't bring myself to hurt the people that have been friends to me.
Julie, listen. One thing I've learned in my life is that the only person you can count on is yourself. I remember the way Tony mistreated you. how he did his level best to break up the marriage you had with that Snyder boy just because he couldn't stand seeing the two of you together and happy.
What is your point, Fred? What does that got to do with this?
Think about it. You and Tonio were as close as two people can be. And in the end, it meant nothing. My point is, the only one you can count on is you. Now, I sympathize with your feeling about these people, particularly the father who doesn't know that he has a son, but he is the strongest reason to stop this adoption if, as you say, another man's name is listed on the birth certificate. In which connection, I must tell you, I recently represented a young black girl in a case because I believed her story. But it came out at the trial that she lied. And my reputation was very badly burned. And I'm not going to let that happen again. So I must ask you, is everything that you have told me about your baby the absolute truth?
It is.
All right. I trust you. Now you're going to have to trust me. Please, sit down. Now, first, I'm going to need the man's name on the birth certificate that constitutes fraud.
Andrew.
Is that first name or last?
Yeah, take it on out to the kitchen now with all those other things here. And I'll take over from there.
You brought enough food to feed a starving army.
Oh, but now, let's go back to friends that way. I thought after we had cake and all of that, the grown-ups here would have a little buffet.
That sounds good.
Well, that's
Oh, no, Alana, does this mean that you're not going to sing tonight?
Oh, no, Lisa, relax. I'm going to be a chaperone between sets.
Oh, well, great. Well, what are you shooting on?
Hi.
Here sooner.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Oh, my goodness. Oh, look at those beautiful
Oh, that's the guest of honor.
I'll get them.
Jim, where's Tom and Margot?
Oh, they got stuck at the police station. I think Franny stopped by to let them know that everything's under control here.
Well, I hope they don't miss Casey's first birthday.
I hope that's...
It looks good!
House looks great, thanks.
Yeah! Oh, Fred, remember me? I'm your mom. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Come on.
Hi, sweetheart. Is Daddy here? No, he's stuck at the hospital.
You can't believe that. Well, maybe we'll talk later, huh?
Oh, I hope so. Yes. Tell me Carolyn Dana is still sleeping. Is Carolyn Dana still sleeping? She's still sleeping.
Great, where's Carol?
He has to go by the airport to discuss something with his friend. He said he'd be here later. Hi.
Casey?
Hi. Margot, where is that? I saw the commissioner. He'll be here soon. Oh, I'll get it. My house. Good. Hey.
How you doing? Where's that grandson of mine? Hello, everybody. How you doing? Tied up in ER, but he asked me if I wouldn't give this guy a hug from his other grandma. How you doing, pal?
You love that. So listen, there's another crib upstairs if you want that Aaron does. Oh, great. Thanks. Okay. How'd everything go to your place?
It's good. It took longer than I expected because I ran into Barbara. There we were talking about Gavin, who shows up at Gavin. So to cover, I invited her over here.
Good. Actually, I hope she can make it. I'd like to hear more about her talk with Nicole.
Well, I don't think Gavin's going to let her out of her sight.
Well, then, sorry, Harry, but I'm going to have to invite Gavin, too.
Dad? I'm in the dinner, Barbara.
Hello? Where's my little girl?
Mrs. Mars is getting a little bad for me to see if she's ready to say hey to you.
Yeah.
I will.
You know, you were very quiet on the ride over here. I hope you don't think that I'm upset because you lost my ring. Although I'm not overjoyed by it, but...
Well...
Yeah, those things happen.
I know, but, you know, I have never lost anything so expensive or so important in my entire life. I'm going to call my insurance company first thing in the morning.
Well, do you think there's any chance that it was stolen at the Durmont? I know the manager.
No. I'm sure that I lost it when Paul and I went out to dinner at that little inn in the country.
Really? Do you remember the name of it?
No. It was very rustic. It was very beautiful, authentic Swiss cuisine.
The Pontelac?
Yes, that was it. And, you know, when I got back to the hotel, I called them to see if maybe they had found her because I'd taken it off when I washed my hands in the ladies' room, but nothing.
Well, then this is your lucky day, because the owner's brother works for me, and I eat there quite often, so why don't I give him a call and have him search for it again, all right?
Mrs. Mars is getting Jimmy ready.
Good. How'd it go with Paul? It went fine. We had some very long talks. I'm hoping that he'll come visit soon.
Did my name come up?
Yes, it did.
Heinrich! Heinrich, yes, this is Gavin Kruger. Yes, I'm fine. Listen, I'm calling because my fiancée was in your restaurant last night with her son, and she lost a very valuable emerald and diamond ring. Yes. Yeah, well, she said that she called last night to report it, and, hold on just a minute. Do you remember who you spoke to?
No, I don't.
No, she's not sure.
Most cat box fillers cover odors with a heavy fragrance because they can't stop the germs that cause the odors. But now there's new Kitty Litter Max, the best kitty litter ever. Max's special ingredients fight odor-causing germs others can't. So Max keeps germs out of your cat box and odors out of your home. Give germs and odors the axe with new Kitty Litter Max in regular or new scooping formula. It's the best kitty litter ever.
Why cook in oil, margarine, or butter? All-natural Pam adds only 1/10 the fat and calories and keeps food light and delicious. Pam cooking spray, because how you cook is as important as what you cook.
In here, Miss Rollins. Some patients' worst colds are at the end of the season. Good time to try this, Advil Cold and Sinus. It has 2 ingredients doctors like for colds. One for pain, another for congestion. Each has been recommended over 20 million times. And they're both right here, without a prescription. And not a moment too soon.
Tough on colds like Advil is on pain. Advil Cold and Sinus, advanced formula for the cold season.
Marshall and Art are going to improve our club crackers. But club's a tradition.
Oh.
Some traditions were meant to be broken.
Wow.
Keebler Club Crackers. Now an easy-to-serve single. Uh-oh.
When you're hot, you're hot.
How bad is it?
For a dragon, I'm pretty sick, but for a pot roast, I'm medium well.
Scorch premieres February 28th.
Yes, that's Ms. Ryan's number. And I would appreciate you calling back as soon as you can. All right, thank you, Heinrich. Well, he spoke to his head waiter and the girl in his office. Neither of them knew that you had called, but he's going to ask the rest of his staff and check the powder room plumbing again. Okay.
All right.
Listen, you look like you could use a drink.
Yes.
And Barbara, you never finished telling me what Paul said about me.
Excuse me. Hello?
Hi, Barbara, it's Margot. Look, I knew you were home directly ran into you at the airport.
Yes, Gavin and I just arrived. How are you?
Fine. You and Gavin want to come over to Casey's birthday party?
Oh, Margot, I don't know. I just got in tonight. I just want to spend the evening with Jennifer.
Well, bring her along. It won't run late.
I think you know why I wouldn't want to do that.
Yes, I do. But listen, Daryl told me of your suspicions of Gavin, and I know you can't talk right now, but I would really like to speak to Gavin informally tonight.
All right, I'll ask him.
And Barbara, I don't think I need to remind you how important it is you cover your suspicions of Gavin until we have the proof we need.
I'm doing my best.
I know you can do it. Look how you helped Hal. Speaking of Hal, listen, we found out from Hal's contact that it was not Hal who called Tess last night.
Really? Really? Do they know who did?
No. But, Tom has heard that he's okay.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. I'll talk to you soon, okay, Margot? Bye-bye. Margot wants to know if we would like to come over to Casey's birthday party tonight.
Really?
Yes.
Won't Daryl be there?
Well, yes, I'm sure it's fine with him.
Well, if it's fine with him, then it's fine with me.
Good.
Oh, let me get that. That's probably Heinrich. Hello, yes. Yes, she is. Hold on just a minute. Tess, touch.
Oh, no, I hope he's not canceling the Dutch for dance tonight. Hey, Hutch.
Kira, that dress fits perfectly after the alterations I made. I'm going to see if I can go borrow a camera so I can get a picture of you and Cliff.
I don't know what you're making such a fuss about.
About you, baby. Going out on your first date. We missed out on a whole lot of years together, but I don't intend to miss out on anything else important in your life from here on in. I'll get that on my way out.
Hi, Catherine. I hope I'm not intruding.
No, you're not intruding. Come on in. I'm just going to borrow a camera.
You look wonderful, Kira.
Thank you. I had no idea what to wear to a college dance.
Oh, well, I think it's perfect. It brings back memories of my first big college dance.
Yeah, I bet you were pretty cool in college.
Cool? I was a nervous wreck.
Oh, come on, what you have to be a nervous wreck about?
Well, for one thing, there weren't many black students at the college I attended.
Yeah, well, that doesn't sound so tough to me. I mean, at least you were a student. Cliff's a security guard, and I just learned how to read and write. I mean, so we ain't gonna fit... We aren't gonna fit in. And plus, then there's that publicity about the trial. Look, I'm gonna get a lot of stares. Maybe it's not too late to call Cliff and cancel out.
Kira,
Kira.
You are a beautiful, strong young woman. You can handle this.
Kira, you look lovely.
Doesn't she? Except for one final touch. Here.
Oh, I couldn't. Jessica, those look like real gold.
Yes, you can, and they'll look perfect with your dress.
Jessica's right. He looks perfect.
There.
Oh, thank you, Jessica. They're beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Listen, could I ask you something? I mean, why are you doing all this good stuff for me and Cliff?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. I'm just realizing how important it is to use my position to help other people. And what better place than to start at Hughes, Griffin, and Eldridge?
Wait a minute, back up. Hughes, Griffin, and Eldridge?
Jessica's been made a full partner.
Oh, Jessica, that's wonderful. That is great. Oh, wait. There's one more great thing that I wanted to tell you guys about, and that's how happy I am that you two are going to get married after all I did to try and screw it up.
Thank you. And we want you to come to the wedding.
I would love to. I've never been to a wedding before.
Well, I hate to cut this short, but, you know, we are due at a birthday party, so I'll meet you in the Great Hall.
Okay. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Listen, Tess is going to be a little bit late because her aunt's coming back tonight from Europe.
Good.
Oh, okay.
I've got a lot of work to do on Simply Barber yet.
Hey, no business talk, remember?
That's right, I'm sorry.
Good.
Force of habit.
Well, we'll
Great.
knock that habit.
Courtney, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Listen, I want you to know I would have never accepted that date with Andy if he hadn't told me you guys broke up.
Yeah, well, we did, so no, don't feel uncomfortable about it.
Thanks a lot. See you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Well, Evan, listen, how's Connor doing?
Not so hot. She's still got feelings for Link. She thinks that Marcy's going to hurt him.
Well, I hope she's wrong.
Me too, but unfortunately, the only thing Marcy loves, besides Marcy, is money and power.
Hey, I need a volunteer.
Well, how about me?
Evan, you know, Hush didn't really need to hear that. Maybe Link can change Marcy's values. People can change, you know, when they're in love.
You're right. You know, people used to say the only thing I loved, besides me, was money and power. Look how you changed all that.
When these two get together, you have one smelly rug and room. You need the double action of baking soda and Velux, only in Carpet Fresh from Airwick, to eliminate rug odors and freshen the room. Airwick Carpet Fresh, double action freshness.
Presenting the 8-calorie cookie, the 8-calorie ice cream scoop, or an entire dessert that's 8 calories. Sugar-free Jell-O gelatin with 100% NutraSweet. There's always room for sugar-free Jell-O. If all dogs dogs were just puppies, all we'd make is puppy chow with extra protein and iron. Because puppies need up to twice the nutrition of adult dogs. But dogs are different. That's why we make puppy chow, dog chow, fit and trim, and Purina High Pro. Vet tested, veterinarian recommended.
Some days my minor arthritis acts up, and I really feel the pain. I used to take aspirin. Now I've switched to Advil. Advil relieves the pain in my stiff joints. In fact, one Advil is as effective as 2 regular aspirin. And Advil is gentler to my stomach. Maybe that's why doctors recommend Advil for minor arthritis pain more than any other brand. For my pain, I simply prefer Advil. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Watch me go, kid. Quit calling me kid.
Fish Follies, 20,000 Laughs Under the Sea premieres February 28th.
I feel like such a fool losing that beautiful ring you gave me.
Here we are, just with the party.
Oh, there she is. There's my little
She looked great.
you.
Where's Gavin?
No, he went back to his place to get changed. Hey, listen, before Gavin comes back, why don't you finish telling me what Paul said about me?
Well, I told him what you told me, that he had dropped you because he still had feelings for Emily, and he said, fine, just leave it at that. But Tess, there's something else I need to talk to you about.
Sure, what?
I found out that it wasn't Hal who called here last night.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no. You know, it didn't sound like him. Whoever called said that he had a cold, but who and why would anyone want to call here?
I don't know, honey, but listen to me. It is very important that you never say a word to anyone about what Hal is doing. And if someone calls here again and says that it's him, you make very sure that it is before you say anything.
Yeah, I will. Do you think maybe that Hal might be in some kind of trouble because of what I said?
I hope not.
Me too. Well,
That's Gavin. Don't say a word to him about this, all right?
okay.
I missed you. Do you know that I missed you? I wish you could have seen your big brother, and I wish that he could have seen you. Boy, I wish you knew how much I love you. And I'll tell you something.
If the secret ever does come out, I hope someday that you'll be able to forgive me.
You're a stinker. You are a stinker.
You are. Me too. Well, don't you look handsome and debonair?
Doesn't he?
Oh, thank you. And, this is for you.
Nobody wears corsages anymore. They're so out, Hutch.
Actually, Tess, they're coming back.
Oh, it's pretty, isn't it? I love it. I love it. Why don't you put it on me?
All right, I'll try. Never done this before.
Oh, it's really pretty. Hey, and Barbara, we'll get that on the way out,
All
okay?
right.
Good night. Bye.
Paul, I have no intention of marrying Gavin, but I can't afford to make an enemy of him either. He could retaliate by telling Daryl that he's Jennifer's father.
Oh, well, at last, alone with my 2 favorite women. Hey, did Heinrich call?
No, he didn't.
Well, if you're still upset about the lost ring, don't be, because I have ordered an exact replica. No, you haven't told me what Paul said about us, but I hope that when this new ring arrives, you will accept it as an engagement ring, and then we can finally set our wedding date.
Okay, so I'll just get my purse and things, and then we can be off.
Sure. You know, I can't get over how incredible you look tonight.
Thank you. You don't look so shabby yourself.
Thanks. So where's Ellen?
She's at Tom and Margot's for Casey's birthday party.
Oh, I was just wondering if Sean had called while we were on campus.
You know, he hasn't. And it's very strange. Well, there was no message from Ellen. There was nothing on the machine.
I find it odd that Gavin wouldn't tell me where he is or how I can reach him.
Well, I don't. When you're running an empire like Kruger, you got to keep some things secret. Sean's probably off just putting some new multi-million-dollar deal together.
Yeah, still, it's not like him not to let me know where he is.
Really? From the things you told me, he seemed like someone who was much more interested in climbing the corporate ladder than anything else.
Yeah, I guess in a way that's true. He's very ambitious.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Ambition, as long as you don't let it blind you to everything else.
I guess.
Well, I used to be guilty of that. You know, I meant it earlier when I said that you really turned my head around in a lot of important ways.
Yeah? Well, it works both ways.
Don't you think it'd be a good time to tell Ellen now?
Are you sure? Tell me what?
About, well...
About, well, maybe Emily told you. What? Maybe she didn't tell you. Larry and I are living together now at the carriage house. No, Emily didn't tell me. I'm very happy for you both. Thank you.
Yeah, well, John warned me that you were going to be stuck at ER. But I think probably what I'm going to do is stay here for a while for the buffet to be after the party. Yeah, everybody's still here, including Franny and Daryl and the baby.
My pilot will be at De Gaulle Airport tomorrow at noon and pick up Nicole and fly her straight back here.
Well, with a bit of luck, it won't take as long to prove Gavin's guilt as it did to prove Arthur's.
Well, let's hope so for Barbara's sake, huh? Yeah.
Margo! What? Maybe we should bring in the cake now?
Andy? Rick, it's camera.
Okay, fine. I will. Bye-bye.
Okay. Pretty soon we're going to be celebrating your one-year birthday. You know that?
I hear that the adoption's going to be final.
Yeah, oh, thanks. I just don't want to jinx it.
Oh, come on. You got a great report from the social worker. There's nothing to worry about. You're superstitious. Come on, let's get some cake.
I'm going to get him another toy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stacy. Happy birthday to you.
We went to an authentic German baker to bring you the best strudel.
Guten Morgen.
Presenting Pillsbury Toaster Strudel Breakfast Pastry.
Von den Freezer.
Delicate strudel, bursting with juicy fruit flavors. You just warm.
Und Eisen on den Toppen.
16 layers of flaky, delicate pastry that's so delicious.
Ich sag lieber, nothing says lovin' like my toaster strudel.
You want everything perfect for your baby. And your breast milk is the perfect food. But if you ever need a formula, know that Gerber understands your baby's delicate system. That's why Gerber Baby Formula is patterned after your own milk to help your baby accept and digest it easily. Talk to your doctor about it. If it doesn't come from you, shouldn't it come from Gerber?
Remember Patty Orban? Wow.
Sweetheart, dinner!
She couldn't compete with Mom's macaroni and cheese, though. Well, now you can get macaroni and cheese just like Mom used to make, only better. Welcome home to the healthier lean cuisine. Stouffer's makes it taste as good as you remember, but with less fat and salt. Whatever happened to Patty Orban? Stouffer's Lean Cuisine. Taste you can love for life.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
Are you an Olympic eater?
Number 12 is just out of the penalty box.
Look at that couple's style. Those moves are perfectly synchronized.
Is eating your favorite sport? How about that diet? Don't miss Fat Madness, the truth about dieting. Begins Monday on CBS This Morning. It's breakfast for your head.
This is CBS.
Hi, I'm Al Benning from Mason City Business Systems,
reminding you to watch all the excitement of Iowa Hawkeye basketball on KIMT.
Watch the Hawkeyes as they take on Indiana on KIMT TV3.
Godfather's Pizza, plenty of delicious crust, tasty sauce, scrumptious cheese, and delectable toppings. Mason City High School student, plenty of initiative, genuine curiosity, hunger for learning, and vision for the future. Godfather's Pizza and Mason City High School know the importance of quality ingredients. Kelly Workman is a senior at Mason City High School. A 2-year letter winner in volleyball, Kelly writes for the Mohawk Press and is interested in conflict management. She plans to attend college and major in journalism or family counseling. Godfather's Pizza and Mason City High School congratulate Kelly on her success. Reach for success at MCHS.
It's that time of year again, when natural lighting is just not enough. Darkness, when it comes down to it, is just not very friendly. Light is warm, welcoming, and makes you feel good all over. Lighting plays a critical role in the way a home feels and functions. Today's lighting schemes are much more sophisticated than those of years past. Let our lighting specialists tailor a lighting scheme to meet your family's needs. Design Lighting Center, 510 South Jefferson, across from the fire station, Mason City.
KIMT, Mason City.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
That was very nice of Gibbs to loan me the camera. I am really going to miss him and everybody else here when I go back to Chicago.
When's that?
Well, I have loved being on staff here. And, of course, it's allowed me to get reacquainted with my daughter. But I just feel like it's time for me to get on back to my life in Chicago. Now, baby, I am not running out on you. And, of course, I can't afford a whole lot of long-distance phone calls. So I'm going to be writing a whole lot of letters. And now that you've learned to read, I hope that you will write me back. Will you?
Of course I won't, Mama. I'll miss you.
And look, just so that you know that you are always welcome, here is a key, your very own key to the apartment.
Thanks, Mama.
I'll get that. Hi, Cliff. Oh, don't you look nice?
How you doing, Miss Johnson? Gibbs told me it was okay for me to come up.
Come on in. Oh, thank you.
Oh, man. Kira, you look beautiful.
Thank you, Cliff. So do you. Cliff, go on over there and stand beside. I want to get a picture of you all before you go. Okay, come on. Smile.
Margot, where's the guest of honor? I haven't seen the little fella.
He's no fun. He went to sleep right after he blew out his candle.
Well, Jessica and I hope to be celebrating birthdays with wee ones of our own before I'm trundled off to the old Spots home.
I think we should probably get married first.
Don't forget, kids keep you young. I mean, like Aaron is doing for John.
Oh, that's
Julie, I want to know what Fred Greer said.
He said that I have a good case, but that I
No doubt
wouldn't
about
handle it unless I named names.
You're not going to do that, are you, Julie? Do you realize what that...
No, I'm not going to do it.
Thank God.
I thought about it, but I just couldn't.
Thank God.
No, I'm not hungry. Actually, I'm going to go check on Aaron, I think.
I thought he was sleeping the last time you checked on him, which was a minute ago. I had an idea. As long as you're going to be flying east tomorrow, why don't you offer Julie a ride to New York?
When's Daddy coming? Honey, I'm not sure. You know, he's got a patient in the hospital who needs his help.
That brings back so many memories.
All the nights that David stayed late at the hospital, missed so many family parties.
Well, Graham, I'm glad that Matt could take off work for tonight.
So am I. By the way, Dan was very much upset the other night when Darryl threatened to take the law into his own hands there at Emily's party.
No, Graham. It worries me, too, when Darryl's temper flares up like that, but there's really nothing I can do about it. It's just, I don't know, he's just been under a lot of pressure lately, and with everything that's going on, I honestly don't know how he's handling it.
We don't want Gavin to know that Nicole is in Oakdale.
You know, maybe Nicole ought to stay with you guys here. Is that be okay? It's one place I can think of where Gavin wouldn't run into her.
You know, I'll check it out, Freddy.
I don't think so. Excuse me.
Can you believe that Kruger had the gall to send a check to the Mitchell Center from the Gavin and Kruger Foundation? Well, they probably thought I'd tear it up.
Well, if the rumors about Kruger's financial troubles are true, Gavin is probably counting on that, you know.
Mrs. Crawford,
Yes,
we have a party to chaperone.
I know, I'm having a party right now. No, I'm kidding. I'll go say goodbye. You get the coat.
Okay.
Excuse us, Grandma.
Yes, indeed.
I get it.
Yeah, I know.
To a world that's not always as gentle as you'd like it to be, Johnson's Baby introduces a new generation of gentleness. New Johnson's Baby Shampoo with a richer, gentler lather that leaves delicate hair even softer and more manageable. The new generation of gentleness from Johnson's Baby, because your baby's world should be as gentle as you can make it.
One thing I love to cook is my very own fresh from the lake, not from the freezer, pan-fried bass. And the one thing I need to clean up is palm olive, because frying up those breadcrumbs, pepper, and onions can make a real mess of my pan. But palm olive takes care of all that. And you know, it softens hands while you do dishes. So I can do what I like best, cooking, not cleaning.
Palm Olive, you cook, we'll clean.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Minute, no better way to face the day.
The morning belongs to Lady Speed Stick. It protects you like a man, treats you like a woman. Lady Speed Stick.
No better way to face the day. 5 minutes.
No, I haven't the faintest idea what a chaperone's supposed to do.
Well, for one thing, they're not supposed to get so rowdy that they set a bad example, so you better behave yourself.
Stop it.
Listen, Courtney can tell us any kind of special regulations if there are any.
Oh, here we go.
Let's go. Yeah? Oh, listen.
Hey.
Darryl and Franny Crawford. This is Meredith Delaney and...
Hi, Meredith. It's nice to meet you. Mutual. Andy tells me you have a new baby.
Yes, I do. That reminds me, I want to give him a call and make sure the baby's okay. Come on.
Honey, we just left the house
Come with
20
me.
minutes ago. Excuse us. Excuse us.
You daddy. Chaperone.
Hi, are we ready?
Come on. Hey, how are you? Well, are you ready? You want to dance?
When I get back from the ladies' room.
Okay. I'll be here.
So how was Casey's birthday party?
It was very nice. Missed you there.
Yeah, well, I was decorating this place, so...
I'm sorry we missed that. It looks terrific. It's great. You do too.
Thanks. How are you?
Still not used to seeing you with Evan. Well, for everybody's sake, it's best that you got used to it.
Yeah, hi, Craig. Well, I was so glad I was here when you called. Yeah. Oh, I think I have to go. That's my baby.
I'll get him.
How did you know that was him?
Special bond.
Absolutely.
Hi.
Hi.
Did Hal call to wish Casey happy birthday? Well, no, I don't really expect him to under the circumstances. Yeah, I guess not. I was a little upset to hear that he didn't make that call last night. You know, Barbara, would it be okay if we put a caller ID box on your phone? That way, whoever it calls again, we can get the number. Sure. Oh, and I thought that Paul had a right to know that Hal is working undercover. I also told him that Darryl was Jennifer's father.
Then I suggest you be that honest with Franny and Darryl before they hear it from someone else.
Thank you, sweetheart. So, Duncan, aren't you going to thank me for my check?
You know, Gavin, Jessica's right. The gift is more important than the giver. So on behalf of the Earl Mitchell Center, I thank you.
Gavin, I'd like to speak with you for a couple of minutes about the retirement village.
Yes, well, listen, why don't you call Jade and set up an appointment, okay? If you'll excuse me, please.
I can't forget what Emily told me about not trusting that man. You just can't pin him down.
Well, we're not going to let him get away with this.
Have a seat.
Gavin has asked me to model his New York line, but I don't know.
Honey, you think that over very carefully.
Yes, I think Julie's a good model. Why?
Well, I saw her at Lincoln Marcy's party, and we talked about her possibly doing some modeling work for me in New York.
Lisa, how did your visit to Lake Forest go?
Oh, it was all right, Kim. John managed to speak a few words, and his doctor said that was a good sign.
Oh, well, good.
Mm-hmm.
It must be so difficult for his mother, facing losing a second son. I understand from Bob that John's younger brother, Thomas, died so young. I'm surprised you never mentioned that.
Excuse me, Kim. Sabrina's on the phone.
Oh, nice. Excuse me.
So what does Julie say to you about all this?
Oh, either she just wants to do whatever's the best for
Well, then why
everybody.
is she talking to Fred Greer about taking my son away?
Time to go.
Oh,
Somebody's
okay,
sound
yeah.
asleep.
I'll get his thing.
Okay.
Beautiful little boy you've got.
He sure is. He sure is. You must be very anxious to get back your little girl back in New York.
Yeah. Can I hold him?
No,
He's
maybe.
kind of sound asleep.
This woman's in bed with a terrible cold, keeping her from all she has to do. None of us want to be stuck with a bed cold. Stubborn congestion, constantly runny noses, rising fevers, aching bodies. But we don't have to give in to a bed cold. There's Benadryl Plus Cold. Benadryl is a name that stands for strength. Strength you can count on to help get you out of bed. Day or night, there's Benadryl Plus Cold. The Benadryl's strong enough for the bed cold.
You know, I love hearing how Depend gives great protection and confidence. Listen.
Dear Jim, I didn't think I'd ever host another family picnic, so I wanted to tell you just how grateful I am for the confidence of Depend. I feel so protected. I can't say enough about Absorblock Plus. Anyway, June, what a day I had. With my family gathered around me, I realized the smallest moments bring the greatest joys.
Isn't that the truth? Get back into life.
Someone's taken some steps to juice up their batteries. And today's Duracell batteries can even outlast the ones we made just a few years back. In fact, today's Duracell batteries aren't just built better, they're built to beat the band. You can't top the copper top.
Dentists tell you to change your toothbrush every 3 months. So does the new Oral-B indicator. When the blue band fades halfway, it's time for a new brush. The new indicator from Oral-B, the brand more dentists use.
There's constipation and there's constipation. Oh, yeah. When it's this bad, take it to the max. New Maximum Relief Formula X-Lax pills with 50% more X-Lax medicine for maximum relief. Oh, yeah. Take it to the max.
No, Julie, it's not me that you're going to hurt. It will be Aaron that you will hurt if you try to take him away from the only mother that he has ever known.
But Aaron is my son. It's just like you giving up Lily when she was born, although you're still her mother, right?
Here you go. Come on. Sit down. Take a load off, kid.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Judy,
heart-to-heart chat before we turn in?
Sure. But there's not a lot to talk about. Fred Greer says I have a good case, so he wants the name. I just couldn't. I just kept thinking about all the people it would hurt if the truth came out.
Good, because if you gave Fred the names of all the people, then he might go ahead and try to block the adoption, and then I'm sure the courts would go through the records, all of them, thoroughly. They would probably see the same records that Ron saw, you know, about Pete and Jenny. And then the court may not let you have custody of Aaron at all.
I never thought about that.
Well, I know that. You know, when I was married to John Eldridge, I hurt a lot of people, and I certainly didn't mean to hurt them at all. You want your life as blonde? Why don't you use all that wonderful energy you have and work towards that, okay?
But Andy threatened to tell Ron that I slept with Holden while I was married to Caleb if I went through with it.
I know. I heard him say that, but I don't think Andy's going to do that. He won't go through with it.
I don't know, Lisa. He's so protective of Aaron. He's even more protective of Aaron than he is of me. I don't know. My brain's just too tired to think anymore.
Well, why don't you just take a nice warm bath and try to relax a little bit,
Yeah. Thanks for not throwing me out.
Oh, come here.
I know you don't approve. I'm sorry.
Hush now. I am the last person in the world to judge anybody.
Can I use your bubble bath?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. I understand from Bob that John's younger brother, Thomas, died so young. I'm surprised you never mentioned that.
Thomas, I know your mother's sound asleep, but the servants are still awake, and I'm sure that they tell Helen everything.
Will you relax? No one saw me come upstairs.
But it really isn't right. We really can't go on like this. It's bad. It's bad for everyone concerned.
It's too late, Lisa. I can't stop the feelings I have for you. They've taken over completely.
Feelings? No, don't you know these feelings are wrong? They are so wrong.
Oh, no. How can they be? You know what torture it is sitting in my apartment alone, thinking about you here in this room with my brother? He doesn't deserve you. And I can't go on much longer thinking about you, wanting you like this. It's even affecting my work at the hospital.
No, that's bad. That's pretty bad. That's why it's so wrong, and I feel guilty.
Oh, no. That's the last thing I want you to feel. I love you, Lisa. We should be together. Pack your things right now. Move to my apartment. Tomorrow, I'll face John with the truth. You and I are in love, and he has to give you a divorce so we can spend the rest of our lives together.
Andy threatened to tell Ron I slept with Holden while I was still married to Caleb.
My wife breastfeeds our baby, but I want to share in Nikki's feedings too. Then we use the Playtex Nurser. With either breast milk or formula, it's the closest you can get to breastfeeding. The collapsible bottle and natural-shaped nipple mean less air in Nikki's tummy, so there's less gas, less spitting up. And Playtex is pre-sterilized. That's better than ordinary bottles. Disposable, too. You can believe in the Playtex Nurser. It's the most like breastfeeding. Also, look for colorful Playtex patterns.
In daily combat with dirt and germs, enlist Soft Soap antibacterial moisturizing soap. Tough enough to kill germs. Gentle enough to be called Soft Soap. Now available in extra conditioning formula.
Doing that sing, that groovy sing, make my mouth sing. Doing that sing.
New Zings Cracker Chips from Nabisco. Zesty Little Z's, zingy flavor, original cheddar and ranch.
Doing that sing.
This is about promises kept. If we promise it gives your skin incredible moisture replenishment.
It will.
If we promise visible smoothing of tiny lines.
It delivers.
If we promise it works like the fluid in young skin, so when it smooths on,
it sinks in every time.
So skin looks radiantly younger.
It has to.
Without question. Oil of Olay. We keep our promise to young skin. Original and sensitive.
I can't believe you guys are deserting us.
Well, we trust you to rise to the challenge. We know these kids are in good hands.
If I could have my last You're amazing. Guys, they're so wonderful on the deck.
Oh, no. I was just telling Daryl that you and Larry look like Fred and Ginger
That's
out there, right?
Fred Flintstone and Ginger Ale. Get some. I'm going to go get some Ginger Ale.
You did that.
I felt like you've been kind of ticked at me since I made that remark to Andy earlier.
No, like I said about Gavin and Connor, women are helpless. We can handle uncomfortable conversations and situations on our own.
Well, I just wanted you to understand that Andy's not the only one that has feelings. I've got some of my own, and they're only getting stronger all the time.
Courtney, you want to go to the ladies' room? I'm on my way. Mary, you want to come?
Hey,
bud.
having a good time?
Oh, yeah. It just kind of feels weird telling the truth being a chaperone.
Oh, it makes us feel like real grown-ups.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for that.
Hey, Andy, can I talk to you for a second? Well, I just wanted to say that there was no hostility in that remark I made earlier.
Whatever you said. That's all.
No, there's more. What? I watched all summer long how Courtney struggled with her bulimia. And you've got to know that you were a big part of that. Now, if you care about her as much as you claim, why don't you just leave her alone instead of adding to the pressure that she's obviously already
Get out of my face, Evan. I don't need you telling me what Courtney's problems are all about. And I don't have to explain to you my feelings for her. Is that clear?
It's clear that you do need someone in your face to remind you that if there's anyone that's going to understand her, it should be you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, it's no big secret that you've had a problem with alcohol.
It's important you find a way to cover your suspicions of Gavin till we have the proof we need.
I would love to know what you're thinking.
I was thinking how wonderful it was to be with family tonight.
Oh, well, I'm glad. I know that you're still a little uneasy around Franny and Daryl.
Oh, not so much so anymore. I think I finally believe that Tom and Margot won't tell them the truth.
Well, I hope you're right. Now, you never told me what exactly Paul said about us. But I have to tell you, when I saw you at the airport and you weren't wearing my ring, I thought that he disagreed so strongly that you took it off.
No, I told you I lost it. It had nothing to do with Paul.
So he's had a change of heart about me, then?
No, not completely. Let me get that, okay? Hello? Yes, he is. Hold on, please. Heinrich.
Oh. Heinrich, yes. Have you had any luck finding Ms. Ryan's ring? Ah, well, keep at it then. All right, thank you. Bye. Well, he's gonna keep searching, but he asked everybody on his staff, and nobody remembers you calling about your lost ring.
Hey, no, leave that. Tom will pick it up. The least he can do after everyone else set up the party.
Well, listen, thanks for inviting us here. Great time.
Well, it's purely selfish on our part. Actually, we're trying to weasel an invitation out of you guys to the first little McKechnie's party.
Well.
You know, out of all our friends in Oakdale, you two have made us feel the most comfortable, and that means a lot.
Oh. Well, sooner or later, everyone's going to come around. Love's a pretty powerful force. It can change things.
Amen to that.
The only one that's not going to change is Gavin Kruger, and I wish Barbara could see that.
Well, you never know.
Time will tell.
Listen, thanks again.
Okay.
I will
talk to you soon. What is this? Thank you.
Buttoned up.
I'm buttoned up.
Can't you put those things on with the buttons?
No, you can't do that. Good night.
Thanks again,
Margo.
guys.
Good night.
Drive safe, yeah? It was a nice party. Where'd you go?
Honey, listen. If Gavin did kill Philippe because he knew that Gavin was trying to take over DeWitt, then doesn't it follow that Gavin would want to cover up that information in other places?
Meaning what?
Remember that anonymous caller we got at the station telling us that Carolyn's journal was sold to the highest bidder?
You think Gavin?
Uh-huh. Sure as hell has enough money to outbid anybody else, and he would pay if he thought that Carolyn had entered anything about Arthur trading inside information.
And it would have given him a perfect and clear-cut motive for murdering Carolyn.
Urgent. Even in winter, UV rays may contribute to lines, wrinkles, and skin cancer. Important. There is a UV protectant recommended by the Skin Cancer Foundation. Oil of Olay's Daily UV Protectant. SPF 15 protection from the people more women trust to look younger. Fluid working like young skins. Light, greaseless replenishment. Attention for healthier, younger-looking skin.
Now and years from now.
Daily UV Protectant.
It's gone. But it isn't.
Introducing Extra Strength Vicks Cough Drops.
It's gone, but it's still working.
Now with twice the Vicks Vapor Medicine to relieve your cough and help your scratchy throat and stuffy nose feel better, even after the drop is gone.
From Vidal Sassoon, Ultra Care. The benefits of a shampoo, conditioner, and finishing rinse in one. The finishing rinse helps seal and protect hair from styling stress. Brilliant. Sassoon Care for salon quality hair.
You get a line and I'll get a pole, honey. Yes, you get a line and I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line and I'll get a pole and we'll go down to the fishing hole, honey, baby mine.
Cheer with Color Guard. Dirt goes, color stays.
First, Watergate. Now get ready for Murphy Gate.
You've been subpoenaed by the Senate.
Murphy's past comes back to haunt her.
Volume 1, the early years.
I think they could really vote to send you up the river.
The baby can't be born in the joint. All new Murphy Brown, Monday.
All those who love great comedy say hi.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you by Cheer. Cheer with Color Guard. Dirt goes, color stays. Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. Jewelry by Monet. Join us tomorrow for the Emmy Award-winning As the World Turns.
This is CBS.
Come with me into